LookCatchu here. Today we'll be making Yaki Onigiri. What is Yaki Onigiri? Well, in Japanese, Yaki translates to grilled. And Onigiri means love and comfort. When you put it together, grilled, love, and comfort. Which is what the Japanese chose these grilled rice balls to be named after. The dish can be typically eaten as a snack or for lunch. It can be plain, or if you're a little fancy like me, you can stuff it with a little creamy tuna mayo. And grilling them is my most favorite way to eat this onigiri. There's a light, crisp crust on the outside, yet nice and floofy and creamy on the inside. And the flavor, a little sweet, just like you, and a little salty, like me when I'm hungry. And a touch of smokiness that's, oh, so good. So stick around till the end and we can eat it together. So let's get Yaki Onigiriing. The rice is arguably the most important ingredient to this recipe. Try to find short or medium grain Japanese rice, aka sushi rice. Give it a little rinsey rinse. We don't want Uncle Rogers coming for us. And toss them into a pot with some water, bringing it to a boil, lid off. Once it comes to a boil, immediately reduce the heat to low and let it slowly simmer for 18 to 20 minutes. Do not open the lid. Now, you can skip the filling entirely and it would taste just as good. Or you can choose to stuff it with tuna, salmon, or even cheese. But I prefer the classic tuna mayo for its creamy and meaty texture and flavor. To a bowl, add a can of your favorite tuna and some mayo. I'm using Kewpie mayo, but any mayo would work. Squeeze in a little limon and crack in some fresh black pepper. Then we're gonna do a little mixy mix. Look at that creamy tuna-y goodness. Now you may have come across different sauce variations for Yaki Onigiri. Some may ask for sake or mirin, but since not everyone has that available in their pantry, I find it just as tasty with a simple sweet soy sauce. To a bowl, combine some soy sauce and some white sugar. That's it. So simple. Do a little mixy mix, making sure the sugar dissolves completely into the soy sauce, or else you're in trouble. Ring, ring, ring. Ah, the rice is done. No, it's actually not, because we need to remove it from the heat and let it rest for 15 minutes. Once the rice is done resting, floof it up a bit, and it's time to make our cute little rice triangles. In order to prevent my hand from becoming a rice magnet, I gotta wet it profusely with water. Take a nice glob of rice, isn't glob such an appetizing word, and start molding it into a ball. We mold it into a ball first, just to get the rice nice and compact, so the grains won't fall apart. I'm gonna make a well in the center with my fingertips, so it forms a little rice nest for our tuna. Taking a spoonful of our mayo tuna, I'll press it down into our well so it's nice and compact. Using my other hand, I'll bring the perimeter, that's the edge of the rice, into the center. And if you didn't put a bunch of tuna, then you shouldn't have trouble sealing it completely with the rice. I'm gonna compress it into a ball again, and you can leave it as is or make it into a triangle. Legend has it the travelers used to mold these balls into a triangle shape to replicate a mountain. Why a mountain? It was a way to ask for protection from spirits. But in a more practical sense, the triangle shapes help save space in the lunchbox, as it's easier to do a little Tetris with them compared to a round shape, which would not fit as many onigiris. And I don't know about you, but I want maximum onigiri in my lunchbox. Put some water on a clean surface to prevent it from sticking. Wet your hands again and make a triangle shape with your thumbs and index fingers. Occasionally patting the ball down with one hand and turning the round shape into 3 flat sides until you got a triangle that can stand upright and not fall apart. And if the rice still sticks to your hands, just brush your hands with a bit of soy sauce and grill them up. you'll have a custom hand-shaped onigiri without the need to mold it into a triangular shape. Just kidding, please don't do that. Just dip your hands in water occasionally. Wow, look at our army of onigiri waiting to be yakied. Now traditionally, Yaki Onigiri is grilled over charcoal, giving it a nice, distinct, smoky flavor to it. But for convenience sake, and so I can make these in the comfort of my own home, I'll be pan frying them. To a lightly oiled non-stick pan on medium-low heat, add your rice balls, making sure to allow some room between them for flipping. Grill them one side for a few minutes until slightly golden and crisp. Flipping them one by one, and it's time to brush our sweet soy sauce. Now, as someone that enjoys constantly stirring food that's frying in the pan, try to refrain from touching these rice balls when they're grilling, as the more agitated it gets, the closer you'll be to making fried rice. After the other side is slightly golden, flip and slather that glorious sauce again. Remember to grill the saucy sides for a couple of seconds, since the sugar in the sauce actually burns pretty easily. As we grill the rice with the sweet soy, the sugar will caramelize, mimicking that oh so lovely smoky flavor, as if we've grilled them in a stall on the busy streets of Japan. Now you can brush 1 to 2 layers depending on your taste, and don't be shy with the sauce. We want it to seep through the crust and into the center, so you get that sweet soy flavor inside and out. Now looky here, gorgeous crispy and floofy rice balls. I like to roll the top of the mountain with some black sesame for some added texture and flavor. And you know what will make this even more gorgeous? You. But also seaweed pants. They act as a handle, keeping your little fingertips clean while you're eating. And there we have it, tuna mayo yaki onigiri. Don't they look just like the emoji? Maybe just a little more grilled. And oh, it's still warm, so let's dig in. Alright, so this is the finished product, and I'm super excited. Whew! Look at that, gorgeous, just like you. First bite's for you. Nom nom nom. Look at that tuna goodness. When you first take a bite, you get hit with that crisp outer rice layer. And then you sink your teeth in and you get that soft, fluffy rice, still warm. Then you chew a little and then you get that creamy tuna goodness. This is too good. You get a slight salty and sweetness from the sweet soy, a little bit of a caramelized and smoky flavor. Of course, not as smoky as if you were to grill it, but in Japanese, there's a word called kobashi, which is basically an aromatic and fragrant smoky flavor. Definitely something to get excited over if you see it in your lunchbox. Alright, so this gets LookCatchu's stamp of approval. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel once a week. And I'll see you guys next time with a sweet soy sauce. There's a bird. No.